The faster they get this ABK stuff to Game Pass, the more people are going to want to play it. We're going to see exclusivity in the future. Over the past month, Microsoft has had a huge victory over the FTC and was finally able to acquire Activision Blizzard King. And with this deal finally going through, it led everybody to the question of when the heck are we finally gonna see games like Call of Duty and Diablo and World of Warcraft and all of these other huge title games that are under the ABK headline. And unfortunately, we all got set up with a beautiful letdown. Everybody kind of expected these games to be available like day one, like as soon as this deal went through, bam, they were going to be on Game Pass. But that is unfortunately not the case. Phil Spencer himself, the Xbox chief, has stated that these games are not coming to Game Pass until 2024. I was honestly kind of shocked like this, and I thought, well, okay, what about like the older Call of Duty games and things that, you know, people aren't really as hyped for anymore? Because a lot of times it's easier to get those kind of like back catalog games and just kind of move them over. But that is not actually the case. Really, this whole kind of settlement, all it really did was bring ABK under the Xbox umbrella. Phil was here at the official Xbox podcast, and he's talking all about the acquisition and what it's going to entail. I'll put a link down for that podcast video if you guys would like to watch the thing in its entirety. Here's the quick overview of what he had to say. Quoting him now, the regulatory process took so long that we weren't able to get in and work with the Activision Blizzard on that back catalog work. Now that the deal is closed, we're starting that work, but there is work. I think that the Activision Twitter handle did put out something that talked about 2024, and I think that is accurate. So it's not like Microsoft was working on this transition of getting these games over to Game Pass while this whole deal was actually pending. The only thing that was happening was getting those licenses actually under the Xbox umbrella. So just now they started the actual process of getting these games moved over to Xbox, moved over to Game Pass. Now, I know what you're thinking. A lot of these games are already available via the Microsoft Store on your Xbox, but Game Pass subscribers like myself, we were all hoping that there was just going to be a massive drop into Game Pass, further adding to the value that it is. Just want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys who subscribe to the channel, and if you're not subscribed, consider doing that now. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen, and we are going to have to wait until 2024 before we see a big load of games actually put into Game Pass. I would expect some small like onesies and twosies here, some of the non-large titles, but 2024 is going to be the release year where all of these things are finally going to get into Game Pass. Now, I don't know if Microsoft is just going to try to put them in there all at once, or if they're going to try to stagger them out throughout the year. I'm not sure which way would go better for people. People like big old things all at once, and Microsoft may be thinking about releasing things slowly over the course of the year to not kind of overwhelm people with having so many new things all at once on Game Pass. I know this was a big disappointment for some people. However, at this present time that I'm filming this video, 2024 is less than 2 months away. I know that this is going to be a priority for Microsoft because they just spent a ton of money to make this happen, so this is going to be one of the things that is going to be the forefront of their goals. The faster they get this ABK stuff to Game Pass, the more people are going to want to play it. We're going to see exclusivity in the future, and that is going to be a win for everybody that is Team Xbox. Thank you guys for taking the time to check out this video. I've been John, by the way. This here is the Xbox Basement, covering all things Xbox. If you like what you see here, consider subscribing, and we will see you guys in the next video.